Got it. Yay.
Good morning. We were having so much fun last night, and I probably should have just let Lisa sleep in and give her a break because she's always hosting. And I said, why don't we just go on together? I think that would be fun. It's like,
It feels like I am sleeping in because it's 6 o'clock here. It's 4 o'clock at my house. I'm all like, ooh, I slept till 6. Not really.
and we laughed as we're just jumping on. We were laughing because I heard this little knock at the door, and I'm like, Lisa's waking me up. I'm like, the tides have turned.
I just said hell froze over. I was up first.
Good morning. We're so excited y'all are here. If y'all can tell, we are grateful for our friendship. We're grateful to be together. And like I said, we've already solved the world's problems, and we have not even been together for less than 24 hours. But we start this morning off with gratitude, and that's just something that comes super easy once you get into a practice. There can be so much, as I was thinking about, last night I was thinking about, because I practice gratitude really often throughout the day. It's not just something I do in the morning. It's not just something I'm just going to be grateful in the morning. Anytime, for example, that my husband makes me mad, or my kids make me mad, or even my giggles that are so perfect make me mad, I stop. I try to I have a practice where I will stop, and if something it irritates me or whatever, I might go, but I'm thankful for, yes, I'm angry or I'm frustrated right now, but I'm thankful that we have health. I'm thankful that, he's my support system. I'm thankful that they're healthy and well. I'm thankful that even though there's, a whole lot of month at the end of the money, I'm so thankful for. And, I am definitely, most of y'all, we all do life together on here, but if you're brand new, the last 2 months for me have been a journey. And so yesterday several things happened, and Lisa and I were talking. I'm like, but I'm so grateful, and just letting things go. So it's not saying that you're going to always walk through on sunshine and rainbows and things aren't going to be tough, but everything changes when you can cover it with some type of gratitude. There is always something to be thankful for. Even in my lowest valleys, I have looked around, and I know someone else is fighting a battle that, I may know something about, or I don't know anything about. So, gratitude is something that a lot of people may think, we're in network marketing, teach me how to make the bucks, man. Come on, I want to learn the hustle. This is part of it, because you are going to have those ebbs and flow in this business. Because we are in a health and wellness industry, you're going to have people that take care of themselves, not so much. They want to get healthy, not so much. They want to make money, and not so much. They're excited, and then so you're going to have that up and down. And for me, it's so important that I never forget where I came from. And Lisa and you and I were talking, and you were talking about someone that had written a book, and it was like, she was talking about her riches and her failures. And I'm like, does she ever even have that? Because I know our story, and I know what we walked through, but we have a tendency to be incredibly grateful. I have to share a funny story. I actually went through and actually had my helpers go through my cabinets, because this girl right here checks the expiration dates on crap. Like, I'm like, who does that? Who goes to a friend's house and checks their expiration date?
That's because you save shit that's like 3 years old, dude.
Okay, that's because I
don't
remember
want to eat
where
3-year-old bread.
I remember where I came from.
I'm
And
just
if
saying.
it doesn't have mold, like, eat the stuff. Like, and even
Okay,
mold,
well,
a little bit of mold.
because I don't want to eat mold.
Yes. So I called her bougie last time, because I'm like, you don't remember how you crawled out of your window of that van and it was broken, and it's so crazy, because we do remember where we came from, and there's always an opportunity to look around and go, we are so incredibly blessed. And here's the thing, if you're struggling with something to be grateful for, maybe somebody encouraged you to get on, and you're like, Chas, you don't know my life. You don't know my struggle. I don't, but if the fact that, one, you had Wi-Fi, whether it's free or whatever, you're on here. And you have, and I say this all the time, if you have a pulse, you have a purpose. So you have to find that and identify it. What am I going to do today to make an impact on my world? You know, whether that's going to be sharing my product, if that's going to be sharing a post on social media. I mean, we're in a social media age, and people are watching us. And that doesn't mean, again, that we're not going to have crappy days. I mean, there's things that I've walked through that nobody else knew, that I send Lisa a message, and you know, she knows I'm going to share that. You know, I have those safe circles that I can be vulnerable, I can be me, without having to air all of it, you know, on social media. So anyway, gratitude is something I'll tell you, just if you're brand new to it, which most of you probably aren't, but guys, if you are like growing in the gratitude, share that. If you feel like you don't have anything to post on social media, share how you started. I did the 5-minute gratitude journal. I've given away the little, you know, 10-second, 1-minute gratitude journal. There's everything. I literally have done gratitude on sticky notes. So teach other people. Knowledge is power, but giving that knowledge to someone else is powerful. So just remember that, and you always have something. If you are connected to us, whether you are on our team, sideline, downline, upline, all around line, you have something to always train and learn. So anyway, that's our gratitude portion. And I'm just going to say, Lisa, I'm thankful for you.
Thankful for you.
Just so thankful, because we don't do just business. I'm going to get emotional, but I've already warned her about that. But we don't just do business together, we do life together. And before we were business partners, you were my friend. And so Lisa taught me the 24-hour rule. It's kept me out of jail. It's kept people in my life alive. Real talk, because I am kind of gangster, and I will cut you. No, just a little bit, just a little cut. So anyway, it's just so incredible. And I just want to say this, and then we're going to move on. I just hope that you don't have to walk through something in your life that causes you to have to be grateful. I pray that you don't have a loss. I pray that you don't have an impact. I pray that you recognize what you have in this business. You know, a lot of times our paychecks aren't exactly where we want them to be. We're not bringing in the right people. Not qualified for Vegas right here. You know, I mean, you know, it's just, it's summertime. People are distracted, and they're like, do we go on vacation? Do we not go on vacation? Do we stay home? I mean, there's so much that they're worried about. But just remember, in the back of their mind, they are hearing, take care of your body, do the right thing. School close is going to come up. There's going to start being a shift. So will you be the one that they think of when they are walking through that journey in their life? So anyway, so hey, let's talk about, it is the end of the month, kind of, sort of. How many more days do we have before the end of the month?
Is there 31 days in this month?
I don't know. Isn't there a cute song? Yes, 31, July 31. Okay, so we have, through the end of the weekend. And I will tell you right now, I was sharing with Lisa last night, and interject as you want, but I hear this all the time. And the question is, and hey, by the way, selfish plug, if you like this shirt, I may have some for giveaways. So just saying. So
that's so cute. I have this sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So
I have tank tops that are being made.
Ooh,
hot. Okay. So anyway, so y'all better interact and make us feel like we're funny or something. I don't know. So you can win a shirt. Anyway. Anyway, but okay, this is funny. Okay, I have to tell y'all this. What? So last night, so y'all know I walked through a season. And then there's a real thing called COVID brain. Yeah. Well, Lisa hasn't had COVID. But last night I was like, what was I saying? And she's like, I don't know, what were you saying? And I'm like,
what was I saying?
I'm like, you don't even have COVID.
I was like, I didn't even have COVID, and I don't remember what I was saying.
You said, should we wear sticky notes? You're like, go to the bathroom. I said, yes. Hello, my name is Chad. Okay, now you should eat. Okay, we are fit to be. What was I saying? Were y'all paying attention? What was I saying? Oh, I love the shirt. Yes, the shirts are awesome. We're talking about,
what were we talking about?
See, you don't have to be incredibly awesome to be a millionaire in this business. So if you want to make it,
I can't stop thinking about, okay, The man on the giant hamster wheel right now.
No, you can't talk about that
I
right
just
now.
need to know, true or false. There was a man in a giant hamster wheel that washed up on shore in Florida today. True or false? Okay, that's all.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Oh, end of month. Tiffany, I love you. I need to go wear my bracelet with my oils that you have for reminder, brain clarity. But you know what? I just want to say something about that. So it's funny because, like, that's the first thing you saw when you opened your phone, right?
Yeah,
And it made you laugh.
yeah.
So, but say that that was something
It's
negative
true.
or traumatic, you would have shifted. Now you were here giggling, like,
Right.
I mean, you were just laughing. What is the first thing that you see when you open your phone, when you know, get on social media? You know, who are your see first? This is something that you absolutely have to be very intentional about in your see first. Like, who do you see? Oh, got it. It just came to me. Okay. So this is something that I hear all the time. And Lisa, you can say if you hear this, and I think I know the answer. When someone either stops working their business, stops growing their business, they always feel like, you know, how do I get back in? And I always say there's no shame in the comeback game. And so for me, you guys, y'all know that, I mean, there literally was about a 20, I mean, there was 2 months of craziness for me, but it was about 22 days because I journaled every second of my life. 22 days of just feeling very unplugged. Have y'all ever felt disconnected, unplugged, or just like life is happening, so you don't even know what's going on? Like a promo comes out and you're just like, what the heck? So while I was down
every day,
yeah, while I was down,
and I plug in.
while I was down, y'all, the chill came out.
Yeah.
And I am love chill, like advocate right here. I love it. But it came out, but I really didn't know much about it. I didn't know what was happening. And boom, here I am. I'm having a good day. I would have good days, bad days. And Lisa, because I had habits in place, I was able to say, what do I had to just go, what is today? And even though you asked me last night, did you ever catch up on all your messages? I'm like, even to this day, 60 days
Right.
later, I'm still not caught up on everybody's message that wrote to me. But what I did was, anybody that wrote me a card, I was being intentional with getting that done. I knew I couldn't catch up with messages. Everybody that sent me flowers, here's to do, I'll just, like, I could only focus on one thing because I would have been overwhelmed and I would have just been paralyzed. So looking at, you know what, I'm just on here, I feel overwhelmed. Here's what I did. It was a Friday. All I knew was it was Friday. I didn't know what kid released. I didn't know if Amber had a promo. I didn't know if my leaders had promos. I had no clue what was going on. And I just said, it's Friday. I flex on Friday. There's a Vibe Tribe morning call. I mean, like, there were things that I just said, I know this happens and has been happening, and this is all I can do today. I know that I need to make some new friends on social media. I know that I need to create a post. I need to create an encouraging post. I need to create a funny post. I need to, you know, be engaging on my stories. I knew those were things that I needed to do. So I don't care if you have been all in, if you've had a toe in, or you have had an art, whatever you've had in, you can get back in at any point in this business. And if you haven't committed to be all in, this is what I have to say to you. You've got to be all in. Now, will I say it is so important to be conscious of what you need? Do you need to take a break and unplug and just refresh and renew and fill your cup? Yes, that is part of, I mean, I told Lisa and said to her, honestly, it was honestly kind of nice not being on social media. Social media can be a drain, and, you know, people's opinions and their everything can be, it can just be so volatile as far as, is it going to be positive or negative, or is it going to be happy or sad? So you have to control those things and understand, no matter where you are. And I would definitely encourage you, here's a challenge today, is as you're preparing to close out your month, message anybody that has, go in your cloud. Like, guys, your cloud office, that is your, like, when you know, if you work a full-time job, and I don't know how you get your task of the day, but for me, I was in corporate IT. I did it was tickets. So when I started work every day, I went to my email I opened up my email. I would see high priority calls, tickets, messages from my boss. So that is a habit for me. I would go in, check my email, see who's, I might have a department that is high priority and they have a computer down, what I needed to do. That's the same thing as our cloud. So many people don't even get in their cloud office. Well, I don't even have anybody to work this business yet. It doesn't matter. Get in the habit, because once you become the leader that you are designed and destined to be, you're going to need to know how to run reports. You're going to need to know how those month-end reports go. Don't wait until you're in the middle of the fire and the excitement. Learn it now. Be preparing. Lisa can tell you, as she sits right here, before I ever had maybe 4 people ever in under me in network marketing, I was doing calls. We didn't have Zoom. Back in the day, before there was Zoom, we had to walk a mile uphill in the snow to get a signal to do it.
It was hard.
Yeah, but like you used to tell me, do it like you're already there.
Yeah.
And so when she would say, do this, do that, I mean, I was like, okay. I'm like, did you know that nobody got on my call? And she was like, oh, I'll get on your call next time. Yeah, good practice. So you have to do it. And so you have to set those non-negotiables for your day and your life. And so for me, I've been super intentional with my daily. I'm writing down everything as far as like, I have categories. So if you looked at my journals that I have, and this is a shift, so I haven't always been this good. Let me just tell you, this is in the last 2 months, but it has been, I've always wanted to be organized in that area. And this is just now coming to me. I have literally ordered monthly journal calendars and given them away because it's like, that's too much effort. But it has literally shifted and structured my day. I write down my categories. So you decide what your categories are. So mine are spiritual, personal, physical, and financial business. So these are my categories. And I write down what I need to do for the day, whether that's, for me lately, it's just been take a shower, get dressed, feel good about yourself, get to the gym. Even if I couldn't do much there, just go there. Business, make sure you make a post, get in your cloud office, see whose auto ships haven't run. I mean, all of these things are just task items. And on that, I actually even put don't do. For me, Lisa, as I was going through the last 2 months, one of my non-negotiables was do not get on social media until you've had your quiet time in the morning, because I needed that. I needed that mindset. So there were some days where I didn't post on social media because I woke up, whether it was something and I got started or whatever, but I didn't get my time in. And I realized, crap, I can't complete my business goals because my spiritual goals aren't done. I need to get my crap together because I need to make a social media post. And I know I just missed my morning good window hour to make a post because I didn't get up early enough, but I give myself grace, So anyway, so those are some things that are super powerful and important. And as you are preparing for the end of the month, do you have people? We all do have people that have stopped their auto ship, quit promoting, but you said this yesterday and it was profound. Having people come back to this product in this business, you said something about people don't do that in this industry.
No, they don't.
Like they don't.
If people leave a company, they don't go back to it. They just don't. And I cannot, but it's like I told Chas, I can't believe how many people come back to Lavelle. Like I can't, it's when I was with It Works for 6.5 years, no one came back. If they left, I mean, they would order 1 month and that was it. Or if somebody quit as a promoter, that was it. But people come back here. Like they are not too proud to put their tail between their legs and say, I made a mistake. Like I need to go back. And then I've got customers that, dude, I got to get back on this product. I mean, I know you guys have all had that. If you work this business, you have had that. So it's a testament to how crazy amazing this is.
Yeah. And
because it doesn't happen.
Yeah. And so, it's looking at, but the thing is you're going to have to stimulate that conversation and say, hey, Shannon, I know that you were promoting with me and, I know life happened, but I'm just telling you, like, I want to lock arms with you again. Hey, Shannon, I know that, you were taking the product at one time and I know life got in the way and this was just out of your budget. I've got some extra product and, I want to help you with that. So that is something that you can do by going in your, does it take work? Yes, it's work. When someone says to me this, and it's just so easy, I'm like, y'all are selling people short. Y'all are setting them up for failure. This industry is not easy. And I'm just going to say that. Now, yesterday we were grateful. We were doing some things, getting ready for our retreat. And Lisa's like, we get paid $1 million to do this, and we're hanging out. But she wasn't talking about the late nights, the many times that we've done things that are, travel, and the complaining, and what we've done. And Lisa, I was sharing with you too yesterday, a lot of people stop creating new connections. So this is a true story. Maybe you're feeling maxed out on your friends and who you have and your connections. Guys, you've always got to be making new connections. And I know that sounds so, oh my gosh, if y'all don't quit saying go make new friends.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're sitting there, if I'm talking to Lisa and talking, and she's not ready, I've learned I can't drag her along. I cannot drag her, make her want to make more money, make her want to take care of herself. I can't make her do that. However, I can still be a consistent influence so that when she's ready for the shift, she decides to go with me. But while I'm sitting there, if I'm really wanting to grow this business to be, I can't keep talking to the same person. I can keep encouraging her and telling her when she complains about something, well, this thing is like pretty awesome. But I've got to be talking to new people. So this is a real true story. I was in Oklahoma this past weekend, and I don't even have to think about it because it is a habit, just like my gratitude. I don't have to think of, oh, I'm on vacation, I'm not working my business. I never for a second stopped. Pat and I had a getaway. We hadn't been together right now for, a while. It's been crazy. And it was like death do us part. And it's either death's going to do us part because I'm going to kill you, or you're going to go out. Yeah. It's been a rough ride the last couple of months. So we needed a getaway. So obviously we went to a place, there wasn't a whole lot of internet. So I couldn't really work the phone and social media a whole lot. But I still, in my mind, my DFT is always visible. I'm always having a conversation, but I came home, and yesterday, or day before, I had a stack in my bag of business cards. One of them included a Crazy Rap Thing business card. And Pat's like, why do you have that business card? I'm like, because she's an entrepreneur, and I know that I have something she needs, And so, so I got home, and I had the stack, and I was talking to one of our other business partners that was here, and I was busy doing other things. And I said, hey, I know this business partner is very focused, and she's like me, success leaves clues. And she's like, what did you say, Chas? What do I need to do? Right. Stand on my head? Okay, doing it. And so I said, hey, I have this stack that I picked up this weekend. This is this weekend, y'all. You guys are a multi-million-dollar team. I have been sustained for the last 2 months for 22 days, not working this business, getting a paycheck, my bills, my light's still on. Lisa gets to bathe this morning. Water's still running here because of this business. However, even in knowing where I'm at today, that didn't prevent me from this past weekend grabbing business cards and knowing I picked up people that are entrepreneurs, real estate owners, or real estate people, a dog groomer, a candy maker, all these different people, they're entrepreneurs. And Pam knows exactly what to say. So she took that, she sat there at the bar and she gets those cards, and we send them the message. Hey, Shannon, I keep using Shannon. Shannon, I picked up your card in Oklahoma, and I just wanted to connect with you. I see you're an entrepreneur. Well, here's the thing. If Shannon is a business owner, she's balloons.
Want to connect.
If she makes balloons, she washes dogs, she cleans, Airbnbs, whatever she does, she's going to connect because she doesn't know what I need. Right. If she's smart, she's not going to decline because she doesn't know what I need. Now, here's the thing. Well, but she didn't sign up with you. Did she order from Pam last night? Is what I get the question. No, but guess what? I'm constantly adding, growing, and the relevancy of my marketing is I was just in Oklahoma. Here's this, it's relevant. So I add them, I connect with them, and who knows, that they're going to see something, because I'm going to continue to post about my product. I'm going to continue to be encouraging. I'm going to continue to be attractive marketing, not attraction marketing, attractively pulling them into my space. So whether they want to be a part of my community, they want to try my product, or they want to be a part of my business, I have that magnet
Well, and you
set.
don't have to travel to do that. Like every time you go someplace locally, look around you. Like if you go to, I know Starbucks has a table and people set their business cards out. Like that's what people do. People are trying to connect with other people if they own businesses. Don't think you have to go to Oklahoma or New York or no, your own hometown.
Yes.
Grab cards wherever you see them. Go find those people on Instagram and Facebook, friend request them, send a message. Hey, I'd love to connect. I'm a business owner too. And I may need your services at one point or whatever. Trust me, they're looking for people to friend them or they wouldn't have business cards out there.
Yeah, and they took the time. I mean, how many of us
Right.
we want to see, we talk about all the time, that it is very validating for me to go through. I talk about the blue people on my social media. I want to go through and see that there's more people that we're not connected. They're not thrivers. And because I can make a great post and get 15,000 likes, but if they're all thrivers, that's part of my, that's part of my people that are already connected. So you want to make those new connections, and it's just a habit. Whether I am downtown in my hometown or I am traveling, I always grab cards because I know they took the time to put that card out. And how much is it going to mean to them that, oh, somebody actually picked up my card? Like I spent $100 getting these cards made. They're working. So, just know that. And I will say to them too, I am also an entrepreneur, and I'm always looking, if it's a landscaping person, I'm always looking to give referrals out. People are always asking me, do you know a good landscaper? Do you know? Yes. And so they don't really, if they're not, if they're open-minded and they're growing, they usually never not accept
Never
that.
had anybody be like, why are you messaging me?
Yeah.
I don't want to connect.
Yeah. So it's super important that you understand that you are always having to be growing. So as we're going to the end of this month, what do? People will throw promos out there to like make that, I gotta get to secure my 4K. I gotta secure my 12K. And, this is a time where you can make a promo. And guys, remember, do what you can with what you have. We have product. You can take a bag of chill and say, anybody that orders, even if they just order the capsules, and I know that is so, oh my gosh, did you just say order? Yes, do what you can with what you have. If if you order capsules, I'm throwing in 5 days of chill. If you ordered a 30-day Thrive experience, I'm going to throw in an extra box of shake. Maybe you have some products sitting on your shelf that you need to move. Sometimes we have buy one get ones. Maybe if you're like me, I have a lot of product I need to move because my product's been coming in. And so that is just something that right now at the end of the month, but also if you're like, well, I don't have anybody, today is Wellness Wednesday. Share with the people in your connection, in your social media, what this product does. Share somebody from our team. You don't have to go out far to share a great story we have in this team. And you say, I'm so excited for my friend on my team. If you are connected to us, you're on our team. So share, own that story, own it. I don't just share, right? I shared a nurse's story the other day, and I'm like, I'm so excited for Amy. Here's her story. I don't even know Amy, but she's a thriver. She's part of our community. So I shared it and I owned it. So the other thing that we're going to talk about a little bit, and
I wanted to say this real quick.
Yeah.
We were talking yesterday, and I was trying to think back for both of us, like what did we do when we started? Like I was really trying to dig deep and think, what did I do when I started? When I was waiting tables and bartending 70 hours a week, when I just wanted to make that extra $500 a month, like what was I doing? And I have got to tell you guys, everything and anything I possibly could. Like there was not a call I was missing. It was not, I would be up at, all hours of the night because of my hours working, just trying to listen to somebody or get a tip, or I was just so hungry. But the biggest thing is I tried to bring people with me. Like, it's great that y'all are on here this morning, but who did you bring with you? Like, that was my goal, is I must bring people with me. Like, every single call we did, it was like, I'm getting these 5 people, they're getting on this call with me on my team. I've got to keep these people plugged in. I've got to keep them hungry. I've got to keep them excited. It wasn't me just worrying about me. It was me worrying about my team, whether that was one person, then it led to 2, then that led to their people. I wasn't just worried about the people I was signing. I was worried about who did they sign and who did they sign. I am responsible for all of these people. And I, maybe not everybody feels this way, but I feel like if you are 40K and under, you should know everybody. Like, you should have been in a welcome message with every person that ever joined. You should be familiar with who these people are, what their names are, and you should be have some kind of chat where you can say, get on this.
Yep,
And you should be messaging your people. They should be messaging their people. Because if you're only worried about you, that's great that y'all are on here today. And it's great that you make sure you are. But are you making sure others are? We should be growing. You know what I mean? Like, we should be seeing Zooms grow. The fact that the Zoom numbers are less than when I started and we have 5 times as many people is just, and I get it, summer, but at some point we've got to get our heads out of our butts and realize that it's not about the new product. It's not about a promo. It's about, do you know how awesome it is to be at 12K and get an auto bonus all the time?
Every
month, and bring in an extra $1,000 a month and get something towards the car you already have, or go get a new car and not have that worry. I mean, that's what I came into this industry for, was 12K. It wasn't a millionaire. Like, that wasn't even on my radar. I didn't even think that was possible. I mean, not even a thing. 12K was my jam. And if you can get people to 12K, even 4K, they're not going to go anywhere. If you're making more money than you're spending and it's making a difference in your life, I think we just get so focused, in my personal opinion, we get so unplugged, and then we don't know how to jump back in, or we feel like we start getting down. Like I told you last night, most people come in this for an extra $500 a month, then they get that, and then they're not happy. All of a sudden their whole mindset switches. I'm not going fast enough, or I'm not making enough, or we start comparing ourselves to other people. And now what we came in and the fun we were having and the way we perceived it changes. And when that changes, when we stop having fun, when we start being grateful, when we start realizing, wow, I'm making more than when I started. This is pretty cool. Like, even if that's an extra $20 a week, that's more than when you
free.
Yeah, or striving free. Like, I think we forget those things. And when it gets to a place in our minds where it's pressure and not fun, and we feel like we have to, there's not a day that I wake up in the morning feeling like I have to tell somebody about this business. I want to.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's always, like you said, when you went to Montana, no, where'd you go?
When?
Where you just went?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. They're all the same states,
I like
right?
to go to
I
Montana.
know. When you went there, you didn't have to think, oh, I need to grab a business card. It's just automatic. Like, when you really love what you do, and when you really enjoy your product and your company and the people in it, it's not a job. It's not something, oh man, I got to make a post today. Oh, I got to share a story. Ugh.
Well, Lisa,
I don't think that way. I want to share a story. I want to tell people. So I just feel like, where's your head at? And everybody needs to kind of reevaluate. And if people listen to Stacy, if you guys don't listen to the Tuesday Zoom, it's fire every week.
She's still in my call to action. That was going to be our challenge thing.
Yeah.
But see, I missed that.
That's so good though, because she said, if you are, well, damn it, what was I going to say? Stacy was saying. Anyways, the Zoom yesterday was so good. Every bit of it. If you guys were not on it, you need to listen to it. And we're going to challenge you to listen to it. but she said something on there that was so good, and I can't remember what the hell it is, but it was about
that making people friends. She said something about, she asked people, have they made new
yeah,
friends?
yeah. Okay, so she said,
Yes,
you finished my thought.
Yeah.
Completely.
you can put you're the peanut to my jelly. Wait,
Uh,
peanut butter.
butter to my jelly.
You're the cheese to my macaroni.
Why can't you use a normal one? Like the peanut butter to the jelly was good.
Yeah.
You're the cheese to my macaroni.
You're the rock to my roll.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, so that one will work. So she was saying that, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing right now? I mean, you got to get honest with yourself first. And it is so easy to sit around and send me a message or Chas a message or upline a message and talk about how shitty your paycheck was on Tuesday or how your team isn't working. But what are you doing? Like she said that in, all the years she's been in network marketing, when somebody messages her to complain, she'll always say one thing: send me a screenshot of the number of people you've added to Facebook, your Facebook friends. You can go see how many you've added this month. Send me a screenshot of that. And she said in all her time, one person has sent her the screenshot. One. Do you want to know why only one sent? Because the other ones are too embarrassed because they know they aren't adding, because they're not doing the one thing that's going to create income on your team. You can make all the posts, you can be on all the Zooms, but if you are not adding people to your network, it's never going to grow. That's the only question you need to ask people on your team when they're complaining is send me a screenshot of how many people you've added this month.
And it's a process, it's steps. So adding them is great. That's the first step. Then you've got to develop a relationship. They got to know what you do. You got to know what they need. Calm the conversation. We talk at them, but you need to know what they need. Do they need income? Do they need to feel better? Do they think they don't need health and wellness? Do they think they don't need income? They just want a community of a tribe of people that are going to support them. So yes, I was going to make that, but this is another part of that. I don't have to think about it. So yesterday I was getting ready for Lisa to come and I was preparing. And so I didn't get a chance to get on that leadership call. But the second she said to me, you need to listen to that call, noted on my to-do list today. So while I'm in the gym or getting dressed today, I'm going to listen to it because there's going to be some nuggets there, and there's going to be, I already know because she shared that insight with me. I'm going to fill that in my day rather than a podcast that I wanted to listen to or something like that. So it's those daily choices that I make to continue to grow. And like I said, I felt a little bit unplugged. So what can I do to get connected? So I ask myself this question, Lisa, when I say I'm not qualified for Vegas yet. So when I hear Stacy that is in my organization, I will say, ooh, let me look how many friends I've made. But the honest would be, have made several. I've gotten some new friends and so that might be, I might have done that part, but have I messaged them? Have I I'm glad we're connected. Have I said, have I given them a word of encouragement? Have I shared something with them? Do I know what I always say the match game in this? I need to know what story from the Lavelle fan page from my team that matches you. Millionaire waitress, you were a waitress, single mom. I need to know what story matches with them. So that is that next level step that people think, well, I added 50 people. That's great. But of those 50 people, can you have an intimate conversation?
Are you connecting with them at all? I've got people on our team that, they're adding like crazy, but then they never talk to them again. They don't even know who they've added.
Social media and the algorithm, it's not going to just, everybody is not.
It actually hurts you to do
that. Yes. You have to be intentional with that. So, just know that we talked last night and, plug here. How many of you guys are scheduled for the 5K? I always say you can stride, stroll, or sprint through the 5K. Shannon's registered and Noah's registered. I will be walking the 5K just because I have to. But I told Lisa, was like, Chas, there's only 50 people on our call. And I said, well, you guys,
we just talked yesterday and
now you're putting it out there. So you're so
excited. September, I'm traveling too much in August, but September, the month of September, I'm going to be doing a self-development course. And if you complete the course, it's going to be open to not just network, anybody. You can invite your friends.
Anybody in network marketing.
Anybody in network marketing.
Home-based businesses.
You can invite anybody that just wants self-development.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. They don't have to be.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be business related. I'm talking about how to get your mind right. And just, there's so many people that don't know how to self-develop. So I'm going to do a month-long self-development course. And if you complete it, you'll get like a certificate, maybe some kind of gift. I don't know, something.
I told her,
something
I
fun.
said, people will do more for a certificate than like they don't even want the cash, or we were laughing last night, we're like, I can run a promo and they'll be wanting the water bottle, so, or the cute shirt. But, so it's just.
I want to say one more thing before I forget. My mind is so bad. I have COVID brain and I didn't even have COVID. If I don't say it now, I want you guys to ask yourself this. If you had to show me or Chas today what you do, proof, would you be embarrassed? Would you have anything to show us? I want you to literally say, if I messaged you and said, hey, can you show me your calendar? Can you show me what your plan is of action? Can you screenshot for me this? And can you screenshot for me that? And can you tell me and prove when the last time you put somebody in a three-way message? Could you tell me when's the last time you posted a story from the fan page or any of your story? Like, would you be embarrassed? Would you be like, oh shit, I got to get out of this somehow?
And there's days I could say I would.
Yeah.
But there's
for
days
sure.
I could be like, no, look.
Yes.
Yes.
But I want to know, for the most part, do you feel like I'd have this stuff right now? If so, okay. Guess what? You're doing what you need to be doing. You're on the right track. But if the answer to that is, oh crap, then it's you. It's not anyone else. You can never get a team. You can't attract a team until you start doing the right actions every day. When we say that people attract other people based off of what they're doing, that's not just something I say. That is, I've watched it for 12 years. I've watched that same thing happen. I've watched somebody come into my business that told me I can't get any customers. This is too expensive. Nobody wants this in my life. It's just not for me. And then 6 months later, that same person, something happens in their life that makes them go, I need this business now. And suddenly this person that couldn't sign one person, that no one wanted it, goes 12K in like 2 weeks. What was the difference? Their mindset, and they started to do the work. They stopped making the excuses. So you have to take some of the blame here and think, is anybody going to want to join me? Would anybody want to follow me? And then the second thing I just want to add is we're coming into, kids going back to school. Things are going to get more consistent, and, give yourself some grace if you took the summer off. And it all happens to all of us. If you haven't been putting in 100%, I know I haven't. 100%. I got here and I told Chas, I've been Netflix and chilling way too much.
Or maybe you've been planting seeds. Now you're
gonna I've been doing stuff.
Maybe you've been
but not 100.
Yeah,
but I've been at like 50. I still show up every day. I still do what I gotta do. But have I been doing everything I could be doing? No, I haven't. I got real with myself. This is what I need to step up. This is what I need to do. And now we have to realize that the seeds we plant over the next 3 to 4 months are what going to be. We're already planning for January.
Oh,
that's where I'm at. My mindset is, what's going to happen the next 3 to 4 months? Well, things are probably going to get worse before they get better. I'm just being real. I've been in this for 12 years, and November and December aren't the best months in network marketing in any company. I'm never going to
spending the money.
Yeah, people are getting ready for Christmas. But guess what? That's not what I'm thinking about.
January.
I know my growth months are January through April and May. I know that that's the time where I see the growth, and then now it's just maintenance. It's just, that's part of the industry, right? But that's not like that for everyone. People that actually join us in the months of September, October, November, December, they can absolutely see growth. It can be some of their best months. Those who have been in it 2, 3, 4 years, yes, that might be slower months for you, but that's not what you need to be focused on and thinking about. On Stacy's call, she talked about, you can't be the person that your identity is all about the back office, what that says in the cloud. Oh, my identity is based off the fact that I'm 4K. I'm not 4K yet, then that means I suck. No, it doesn't. There's 12 Ks in this company that make more than 40 and 80 Ks. That has nothing to do with it.
And
Like, you got to get
I
rid of
don't
that
mean to stop you,
mindset.
but I have to say this because I think it's very powerful. So we have some ladies coming this weekend. And I intentionally, like, if you held a gun to my head, I could not tell you their rank. And I'm very intentional about that because I meet too many people that I'll look at them and go, dang, are you 200K? And they're like,
I don't care.
I'm a 4K. And I'm
somebody's
like,
rank is.
why are you stuck? And then that's when we start to deep dive and go, why are they stuck? So maybe you're doing all the right things and you're getting on the calls and you're planting the seeds in your water. That's when you need to take that next level.
Right.
Maybe it's, and I'll be honest with you, like, I have a whole new understanding of our product. Like I've told Lisa probably 50 times, she hasn't even been here 24 hours. We've got the right product. Like, they sent me home, and this is not a medical claim. This is truth. They sent me home with prescription zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C, ashwagandha, all these things. And I'm going, that's in my DFT. Like, we have the right product, y'all. Like, we have what people need, what they're saying, whether you believe in science or whatever. People are being told, you need this, get C, get vitamins, get this. And I'm like, we have it. Like, I didn't even know zinc caused headaches, and they were trying to stick it in a needle. I'm like, can I just put it on? They're like, yeah, sure. As long as you're getting this, so we have the right product, the business, the compensation plan, we have it, but it's a belief. Sometimes I would get like, is this really working for people? Is it really, and so then I would shrink back. So sometimes it's where you've been told no all your life, or you don't believe that you can be successful, or I wouldn't know how to manage that much money, or whatever it is. And so when you find that, and that's what your social media, is going to show people, because I get people all the time that say, Chas, what are you reading? I'm in a different place, whether that's business self-development or personal. If I'm walking through a divorce, or I'm walking through struggling with my kids, or you don't want to go read, Success Leaves Clues, but you don't go read that book if you're not walking through that.
What are you reading right now? How not to kill my husband.
If you don't have a husband, then you're probably, that's probably why you don't have a husband, because you're deflecting that. But
I think people just don't know where to start with self-development.
So they just copy.
But every retreat we've done here, at the end of that retreat, when you said, we try to figure out why people are stuck, why they're not moving forward, or why they feel like they're not going at the pace they want. It's never about anything that has to do with customers, promoters, business. All of it at the end of the retreat has to do with self-development.
And there's nothing magical about this retreat. It's because we're able to get like this, face to face. We're being able to get intimate. And that's when you bring people into your business, promoters. You've got to get real. You can't just bring them through like a cattle herd. You've got to know, Lisa, what do you want? So that when Lisa doesn't get on any calls, she's not doing anything, I can say, you told me that you really needed this auto bonus, that you really needed some extra money for your kids' school clothes. And I'm not seeing you post on social media. I know you didn't run an auto ship. Like, how can I help you reach your goals? So you've got to be intimate. You've got to get that one-on-one. And then I know we're going into the last, but
the key to growth, really quick, if you guys want to know the secret, I'll tell you the secret right now. It's making sure that you're plugging people into community. 1000%. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if it's through Chas's 5K run or the self-development thing. But the key is get them plugged in. If you want to see growth on your team, get people on these Zooms. That's where you're going to see growth. If you want to know why y'all aren't growing right now, it's because you're not getting anybody but yourself on these Zooms. It's got to be beyond just you.
And I loved what you said, though, because people may say, well, I'm going to take that social, they can already say, I'm taking that self-development. Maybe we need to do social media. I keep saying that too. Self-development. I don't know what to do. You said you're opening it up to anybody that wants to do self-development. Put that on your page. Many of you have invited, the reason we're at 200 registrations is because you've invited somebody to come walk 5Ks. There's people that have done their first 5K ever in this group. And so Shannon's
listen to this. This is what's crazy. She's doing this 5K. It has nothing to do with Lavelle. 90% of the people that registered are with Lavelle, right? Okay, they're showing up for a 5K, but they're not showing up for any of the Zooms, right? What is up?
But that means they're wanting to stay plugged in. Maybe
that's what we're trying to figure out. Yeah, that's why I want to do the self-development course, because it's like I think people want to be part of a community, but they're just sick and they're kind of burnt out. They're like, I'm not signing any customers. People are rejecting me. Just feels like pressure. We've got to find ways to bring people into this community so that they want to be part of. Lavelle will come. That'll come. But we've got to find
what you're doing.
Yeah, we've got to get people drawn back into our team. And you guys have plenty of people that you've signed that just aren't showing up right now, right? And we know they wanted this at one point. We know that they deserve it. We know that they want a better life. We just got to figure out ways to get people replugged into the community, because that's what's happening right now. It's become not fun for people, I think.
And I want to say, so many of you, I can just scroll through here, would send me a message. Chas, I miss you. I miss your voice. I miss your posts. I miss seeing you on the lives. I miss seeing you. Excel Empire was canceled for several weeks. That's the same way you invite somebody to this call. The same way that you encouraged and messaged me is the same way that maybe, and maybe you're like, well, Chas, I don't have anybody yet. Okay, well, maybe it's somebody that you look up to. Right. Maybe it's Lisa, and Lisa hasn't been on a call or a Zoom, and you're like, hey, maybe it's somebody sidelined to you that was an encourager to you, and they've just fallen away. If you do that to them and you're encouraging them, it's going to come natural to do that to people that are new in your community. And I want to give you this tip, and I'm going to probably say it again tonight. So, but if your kids are getting ready to go back to school, things like that, be the first one to sign up to be the, hey, hey teacher, hey Miss Sally Sue.
You had the best idea.
Oh yeah. Do you want
to get the parent list and start like a Facebook group or chat, or get to know these other parents in the class. Say, hey, Mrs. Smith,
do you care if I start a classroom Facebook page?
Yeah.
And be that parent that is in there. Tips, maybe you find school supplies that are on sale, or you go somewhere and there's a discount on you if you're doing uniforms, or be that face for that you're fixing to go into
thinking
or sports. If your kids are playing sports, hey, hey coach so and so, can I do, whether they're little, and can I snack sign up list, or if they're adult, if they're teenagers, hey,
you got to be willing to go in different directions and above and beyond to meet people. That's the answer.
But I'm shy, Lisa. I'm afraid somebody might be like, oh, you have that sticker on, I'm shy. Well, then you're not trying to grow this as your
no.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you,
just don't care enough. You don't want to change your life enough. You don't want to build your business enough. If you're going to keep using stupid excuses like that.
And we need to self-develop on rejection. Maybe you were rejected, as a teenager, or rejected as a child. We need to dig up the rejection and let's move forward, because that's what's holding you back.
Development course might have to be like, I might have to do a couple months.
Yeah.
Self-development.
Anybody excited about a self-development? And even if you are, so I feel like I am very versed in social self-development, but I'm excited because Jason Camper said, and I knew this, but when he said it, as somebody that I really look up to and admire, he said, when you stop learning, you stop growing, and your business stops growing. And so for me, I'm always going to stop growing. I'm going to always keep growing. But here's the thing. I also know that I can get on every Zoom. I can get on every self-development, every course, the last 2 months, I feel like I have a PhD. I have audio books. I have read books. I have 2 books that I'm excited to read. I'm excited about my book. I just got the book. It's called The Happiest Man on Earth. I'm so excited to read that. I love what I call purse reads, and those are books that will go throwable in my purse. I can read in a couple hours. Yes. So, but if I don't apply something from every book every chapter, then I wasted time. Now, if it's like, 50 Shades of Grey, I don't know if you're gonna apply all that.
I bet your parents like, you can practice on me, honey.
No, he's like, oh, babes, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, I came in like, no, okay. Sorry if there's any guys on me, just embarrassed. But the thing is you have to put some application. You have to. So make it a absolute non-negotiable. Every Zoom, everything that you get on, and I will even say this, and y'all are gonna say, you didn't have to get on Zoom. No, that's not what I said. Listen, don't get on Excel Empire tonight if you haven't done something from the Morning Five Tribe Zoom. I understand, like, I want 1 million people on there, but if you do not do something applicable, what we've given some tips. If you don't do something today during the day that you're in the Vibe Tribe, don't get on Excel Empire, because you're just in learn mode. You're not in application mode. And we have to be learn, apply, learn, apply, learn, apply. Consume, educate, consume, educate. And it's critical that we do that, because then we've got all this knowledge, and then people say, somebody unmuted.
Yeah, I'm all sitting here like just listening to it.
So we get in that mode of just people are just consuming, and then they say, Lisa, I don't have anything to post on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know how, you just took a 101 self-development course,
Right?
Did you share with people how to do that? They want to know. Like, I'll post pictures of my morning study. People will ask me, Chas, what version of the Bible are you listening to? What this or
What are you reading right now? What music do you listen to when you're working out?
Where did you get that hat? Where did you get those glasses? They want to talk to you. So be where they know Chas is going to share. I cannot stand, and not that I can't stand, let me retract my words. I don't understand why when a girl has a cute something, maybe guys don't do this, but you got cute earrings, cute this, could that, or even great Botox. Let's just be real right here. You don't, I never had Botox. Oh, this little thing, I just got it at the dollar store. No, share with where you got, or where you learned something.
Botox.
Where you learn something good. Like, I mean, come on now. So share with people. Knowledge is power, but giving that knowledge away is powerful. So I know
I want to challenge you guys tonight. Well, 2 challenges. If you guys did not listen to the recording of the leadership Zoom yesterday at noon, listen to it. Yeah, it's going to hit the spot.
Listen and apply. Listen and apply.
Yes, it's going to be an eye opener for a lot of you guys. But I challenge you guys to get on Excel Empire tonight and get somebody from your team on that Heather do what you've got to do today. Make it your mission in life to get someone on Excel tonight that has not been plugged in a while, has not shown up, or just you haven't seen them on a Zoom in a while.
And they don't have to be sideline.
Offer something. I'm going to send you a sample of chill if you get on tonight.
Yep.
I'm going to, you know what, put you in a drawing for, I don't know, I've got product credits coming on the 2nd. I'll give you 15
because
bucks.
I will tell you, sneak peek, Excel's going to be about community, having a community, doing life together. There might not be any technical tips. So if you have anybody that you want to encourage, like, I'm going to share how thankful I am for a community of people that have rallied me, because we're going into my first retreat since the last couple of months. And I'm excited for people, humans. I mean, like, the leader that's putting this retreat on, I mean, Lisa knew, like, I'm selfish. This is for me too. Like, I need hugs and squeezes. So anyway, I'm super excited. 7:30 tonight Central. And
so that's 8:30 Eastern.
So just make sure you're plugged into all the emails and the text thread, because that gives you our weekly what we have going on in the links. So I know we got to do our
and don't just your team, not just you. This is what I'm trying to get across to you guys, is you need to get off today and put a challenge out to your team. We need to be on this Zoom tonight, and I want each of you to invite one person. Like, we've got to drag people back into this community, because if you don't, they've got to get plugged back in somehow. It could be one thing that they hear on one of these Zooms that they go, I get this, or I think that would help me, or you know what, I'm excited about this again, or I want to be back in this. I miss this.
I miss it is what I hear. I miss it. I miss my product. I miss my people. So, all right, who's doing our
I want to interject real quick before we start reading 100 Days to Peace. I want to remind everybody about the summer promo with the $30 in credits. This is a great opportunity to get people started by sending them a sample with a gift card for $30 towards their order when they fall in love with it. Also, I forgot that. Never mind. Go ahead. I'm done. Forgot the other part.
Is there a promo right now?
Summer promo, $30 in credits for all new accounts.
What?
$30 in credit for brand new customer accounts.
When did they release that?
Yesterday.
Okay, so I don't feel so bad. If you
I
would
do
have said
feel
like
bad.
a week ago, I would have been like, oh shit. I
And
just
I'm
exposed
like,
myself.
don't say that. We'll go look it up. That
No,
we're just
okay.
saying real.
I
We
was
missed it.
traveling
We
all
missed
day.
it. I missed it too.
Also, Lisa, I need a picture of what the giveaways are.
Oh, a picture of the giveaways? Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank
Hey,
you.
oh, I just didn't check. I saw you message me.
That's
I'll
fine.
send it.
Oh, it's 7 o'clock. We gotta hurry.
Okay.
All right, you guys, let me pull it up really quick here. All right, so we are on day 2. God protects. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned, but the flames will not set you ablaze. For I am the Lord, your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. Isaiah 43, 2-3. As life here on earth unfolds, all of us encounter occasional disappointments and setbacks. Those are simply a fact of life, and none of us is exempt. When tough times arrive, we may be forced to rearrange our plans and our priorities. But even on our darkest days, we must remember that God's love and protection remains constant. The fact that we encounter adversity is not nearly so important as the way we choose to deal with it. When tough times arrive, we have a clear choice. We can begin the difficult work of tackling our troubles or not. If we refuse to address our problems, even the smallest annoyances, and have a way of growing into king-sized catastrophes. As believers, we know that God loves us and that He will protect us. In times of hardship, He will comfort us. In times of sorrow, He will dry our tears. When we are troubled, weak, or sorrowful, God is always with us. We must build our lives on the rock that cannot be shaken. We must trust God, and then we must get on with the hard work of tackling our problems. Because if we don't, who will or should? And then there's quotes towards the end. It says, troubles we bear trustfully can bring a fresh vision of God and a new outlook on life, an outlook of peace and hope. Billy Graham. The sermon of your life, tough times, ministers to people more powerfully than the most eloquent speaker. Bill Bright. God knows our situation. He will not judge us as if we had no difficulties to overcome. What matters is the sincerity and the perseverance of our will to overcome them. C.S. Lewis. For further reflection, look at Exodus 22, Psalm 5:11, Daniel 3:25-27, also 6:16-23. Today's prayer. Lord, when I face the inevitable disappointment of life, give me perspective and faith. When I am discouraged, give me the strength to trust your promises and to follow your will. Then, when I have done my best, Father, let me live with the assurance that you are firmly in control and that your love endures forever. Amen.
So good. And Lisa, what did you say about the tough times? You're like, nobody learns
I
through
was
these.
like, nobody learns shit through good shit. You know, like when things are good,
Yes, she just
you
did
don't
that. after
learn
prayer.
anything. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Jesus. Nobody learns through the good times. You learn through the trials and the
Mhm.
tribulations. Like, how much did you learn through what you just went through?
I
You
could
know what
write
I'm
two
saying?
books.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously. But did you go out one night with your girlfriends? What do you have to share about that? Like, I just don't think that you guys understand that everything that happens in your life, those
grow
are
you.
going to be, when it said I don't know what the quote was, but the
Ministry.
ministries,
Uh-huh.
your bad times are ministries. Like, that's what people need to hear and listen to. That's why I love the Tuesday Zoom, because we talk not about all the good, but what troubles have you run into? Because then people, isn't that all your favorite part of the Tuesday Zoom? Because then you can relate to that. You're like, oh, okay, so she doesn't have an upline that helped her and she's now a 200K. Or they lost a team member, a big leg, and they're still here and they got past it. Or that's what we love. Not that we love to, well, you know, we don't relish in other people's miseries, but we learn that if they got through that, we can too. Or if, how did
what
they
they
deal
went
with it?
through
How
can
did-
be their breakthrough.
Yes.
It's so good. So
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So I
Amen.
know we're over time, but I hope y'all found value in this. And hey, you can just tell somebody, hey, I got on this morning thing and it was really good. And had some great tips. Y'all can share that because we were pretty awesome this morning. And that last part was just so good. And that's when I always say, feel it, heal it, then share it. I've said it 20 times. You don't know what someone's walking through unless you walk in their shoes. And until you go, oh, I get it now because I experienced it,
Right.
whether it's financial hardship, physical hardship, whatever. But once you feel it, you got to heal it first. You got to heal what's inside. Then you can say, look, this is what I walked through. And someone's going to go, wow, you're going to be relatable. They're going to get to know you. They're going to start following you on social
Every
media.
book that was ever written by someone, go look at it. Go
They walked
read
through
the
something.
book.
Yeah.
It's what they walked through. That's why the book was even created. I want to share my life because these are the lessons that I've learned. It's never been, let me just go talk about all the good things, because it's just that we don't.
That's not life.
Yeah, that's not life. That's not where people learn to become better humans, right? I mean, oh, my leg got chopped off, so I'm going to write a book about how I overcame it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even these people that have come into disabilities and disease and sicknesses, and it's how they survived through it, right? You guys aren't loving the bad times with the good, and you need to, because they are lessons, and the lessons is what's going to push you forward in life if you choose. If not, you could be a victim, right? We can
Or a
either be a
victor.
victim or a victor. All right, enough.
Okay.
Shannon, if you want to pick a winner, you can.
Okay, I'm going to scroll back up to all the me's and let's see.
No, that's not nice. All right, go play.
Not me.
Erica Christie.
Yay. Good job, Erica. Awesome. All right,
Send me a
guys.
message and I will get you the picture of what you can win and we'll get you taken care of.
And Lisa's
Congratulations.
gonna get caught up on her mail outs today.
Yeah, I'm like 2 months behind. I'm not even gonna lie. I need to send out June and July, so.
I'm gonna poke her, prod her. So anyway, we're better together. Hashtag. All right, guys. Thank you, Shannon, so much for the graphic and scheduling today. Love you, girl.
Thanks,
See ya.
guys.
Love you.